Rise and ground, folks. I am on the way to a rare no heat call in May. Guys, this is an existing customer. I think we came out here like probably, in 2022? I looked at our records. He never got a maintenance agreement with us, but we came out here for a no AC call back in 2022, 2023. I know this customer had an older furnace, but we never looked at it. He said that allegedly he replaced the limit switch himself about like a year or two ago or something like that. And now he's saying that the furnace stopped working and it's giving him a limit switch error again. So guys, I don't know what I'm gonna find here. The only thing I do know is based on what the customer said, allegedly he already tried fixing it and it worked last year or 2 years ago. But guys, I'm almost there right now. Let's go take a look. I'll see y'all when I get there. All right, guys. This is at 80%. Looks to be at 80,000 BTU outflow Trane Furnace. And once again, we only came out here for the AC a few years ago, but according to this customer, he's getting a limit switch error. And it looks like he tried replacing this. Right now, I got my thermostat calling. And filter's not clean, but it's definitely not clogged. I'm gonna keep this up. This looks to be a newer blower motor. I'm just counting my LED lights now. Limit switch is 4 flashes. See, I got my limit switch circuit bypassed temporarily, and we're not getting an error code, we're just getting flashing fast, which stands for call for heat. This tells me something else is going on inside this furnace. Alright guys, let me isolate my low voltage safeties. Something is definitely open and it's not closing. It's keeping my blower motor on. What I think is going on is we got another limit switch open somewhere. I'll be right back, guys. As you can see, I got my blower limit switch. Jumped out, and just to verify that the sequence of operations has started, I wanted to test for 115 at my inducer. And as of right now, with my inducer unplugged, I want to test my board as well to make sure we get proper fault codes. Right now we should get a pressure switch error. This board is not even giving me proper fault codes. It's still giving me call for heat. Or maybe it didn't lock out yet. Maybe it's going to retry 3 times. I don't know, something weird is going on with this board, guys. In combination with us having an open blower limit switch. I'm gonna wait and see if it retries, guys. I'll be back. I got more than one issue going on here. Right now, I got R&W jumped out. This customer has a mess thermostat, but for some reason, I still have my lower limit switch bypassed. I got 0 volts from R&W. this tells me that the thermostat is sending power to G on a call for heat, which is not necessary. Right now, I have R&W jumped out. I'm testing this limit. I want to make sure that this limit switch turns off the burners and it turns the burners back on. So right now, I got the thermostat up to 90, but I got to check the wires. It looks like they ran some fiber wire to the basement for common on that thermostat. This looks like a newer length of thermostat wire, but guys, tell you what I'm gonna do. Let me wait for the burners to turn off. I gotta look at the wires on that thermostat. I'll be right back. All right, guys. As you see, the customer had the Nest thermostat to fan on. He said that the second floor got too hot, and he keeps the fan to on in the winter to try to help cool down the second floor. But I educated him on fan on for customers that like that setting. Fan on is more beneficial during mild days. However, when it gets cold, like overnight, if you keep the fan to on without the burners running, this could lead to cold air, and it kind of defeats the purpose of the heat running if you're going to have cold air blow upstairs. So if anything, having a fan to on is only going to raise the energy bill, because now your furnace has to run longer to heat up the home, in addition to cold air blowing every time the heat turns off. But I want to show you something here. Before, I had 0 volts from R to G. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so bear with me. Now I have power, which is good. This tells me that the R to G circuit is open, which is what you want. You don't want power to fan on the call for heat on the gas furnace. The power to fan gets initiated on the call for the AC. Now guys, in the future, if you do have constant power to the fan terminal or the fan wire on the call for heat, first, make sure that everything's wired up correctly. 2, make sure that you don't have a broken wire, or make sure the wires aren't shorted inside the wall. And 3, like I just did, make sure the thermostat isn't incorrectly set, especially if the customer has a digital or Wi-Fi thermostat. It's not uncommon for a customer to accidentally turn the fan to on instead of auto. So there you have it, guys. So I'm gonna put this wire back on, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the heat maintenance, and we'll make sure that nothing else trips out on this furnace. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got a new filter in. And once again, we never did any repairs or any maintenance with this furnace before. So we're going to get to cleaning this flame sensor. We already cleaned a bunch of debris that was on top of this furnace. But we're going to clean the sensor, and I'm going to check that inducer report. Let me get to it, guys. I'll be back. All right, guys. My igniter checks out fine. Flame sensor's clean. And my inducer port is looking good. Let me make sure both ends don't have any splits or kinks. Yep, we're good. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug back in my limit switches, and I gotta put the doors on. I'll be back. There we have it. This is a no heat Trane furnace. Found multiple things. Found the fan stand on. We corrected that by finding the fan on feature on the Nest thermostat. We fixed that. 2, we found the blower limit switch open. That's a redundant switch, so that was ABCs there. And 3, we tested the existing limit switch to make sure the orientation is correct, and also we owned out the limit switch to make sure it's still closed, everything is still good. And we tested this switch multiple times. It turned the burners off, and most importantly, it turned the burners back on before cold air arrived inside the plenum. But everything's rocking and rolling. We also did the maintenance. We'll be sure to come back out here hopefully soon for the AC maintenance as well. But guys, I got to do the paperwork, and I got to get to another call that just came in. Keep rocking and rolling. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.